Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Unscripted Inside podcast, the space where we pull back the curtain, we silence the noise, and we sit with real stuff. No hype, no hustle culture, just truth, timing, and transformation. Today's episode is special and it's personal. It is, I would say, it is for anyone who's building quietly, anyone who is becoming in the dark, or who is wondering if they're growing at all. And I want to start with a picture. But before that picture, I know life is tough. I know things are crazy. I know as humans, we go through phases where we wonder um, if we're going to make it, if we're going to do what we need to do. However, necessity is laid upon us to do what we got to do. We owe it to ourselves to be the best of ourselves. Please allow me to use this metaphor of a seed. Do you know a seed, when planted, disappears? No fanfare, no announcement, no evidence that anything good is happening. As a matter of fact, from the outside, it looks like the seed is gone. It looks like the seed is dead, buried. But here's the truth: it is not buried, it is planted. And between the planting and the breaking through, something sacred is happening. Roots are forming, foundation is being laid, identity is being shaped in the dark. You may feel unseen, but that doesn't mean you're not growing. You may feel silent, but that doesn't mean you're stuck. Some of the most important work in your life won't be visible until it has to be. Formation always comes before revelation. That's the divine order. Now let's talk about pressure. When a seed is in the soil, it is not resting in comfort. It is under pressure, under the weight, in darkness, with so much resistance. But do you know that without that pressure, it doesn't break open? Without that tension, it doesn't sprout roots or shoot upward. That pressure isn't punishment in whatsoever way. No, it is preparation. So if you're in a season right now where you feel like life is pushing you in all sides, life is pushing you in every direction, it may not be crushing you, it may be activating you. That resistance that you feel is forming the strength you need for where you are going. Have you ever wondered as to nature that most times what looks dead is actually developing? And here's the crazy thing about the seeds: they look dead before they come alive. You water them, you wait, you watch, and still nothing. But under the surface is transformation. The outer shell is pretty much breaking down so the true life inside can push through. For some of us, we pretty much need to start judging ourselves. We have to stop judging our journey by what we see, because purpose doesn't always look like progress. Sometimes development looks like dormancy. But God doesn't waste a good seed. He doesn't bury what He doesn't even plan to grow. We love the fruit. We want the evidence. We want to look. We want to look at what we did, the moment. But before a tree grows up, it grows down. Before it shows off, it digs deep. Roots before the fruit. And that's where the hidden season is all about. That's where it starts. Building the root system can sustain the calling. Building the root system is the influence. That's where breakthrough finally comes from. If you rise too fast, you will fall just as fast. But if you take time to root, you can weather any storm. Don't rush the roots. Don't rush it. Look at some of the biggest trees that you know and check their roots. It goes deep, deep down. Some of you feel overlooked just like the roots. You feel hidden just like the roots. Unseen just like the roots. You're asking, does any of this even matter? Is anyone noticing what I'm building? Let me be real with you. Seeds don't grow in the spotlight. They grow in silence. Silence is not the absence of progress. It is the presence of process in the dark, in obscurity. Being hidden doesn't mean you're being forgotten. It means you're being formed without pressure to perform. This is your underground season. And that's not something to escape. No, it's not. It's something to embrace. You're not missing your moment in whatsoever. You're preparing for those moments. You're preparing for your own moment. It is easy to mistake the dirt for grave. It is quiet, isolating, still. Take a moment and ask yourself this. What if the dirt isn't your debt? What if it's your greenhouse? The conditions might not feel ideal, but they are exactly what your growth requires. It may be dark, but it is deliberate. The same dirt that covers you is the same soil that nourishes you. Your environment may not like the success, but it is creating a perfect climate for the breakthrough. So stay planted. Don't dig yourself up. Something is coming. Here's the promise. Seeds don't stay underground forever. No. When the time is right, and not in a moment too soon, of course, they break through. Not because they're forced. No, not because of that. Not because they were not seen, but because they were ready. And the same is true for you. Your shell will crack. Your soil will shift. Your roots will lift something up in the world. What once looked buried will bloom. What looked stuck will rise. What looked forgotten will flourish. Just don't quit in the dark. Don't confuse delay with denial. Your growth is on a schedule. So, to the one who feels hidden, to the dreamer who is working quietly, to the builder who no one sees, to the creator, the leader, the soul, just trying to hold it together, to that man, that woman who is going through phases, who is wondering how to get to the next phase, if they'll ever go past that certain phase, who is wondering how their life is going, who is confused. You're not behind. You are not late. You are not stuck. You are planted. And planted things grow. So take the pressure as a sign. Take the silence as a sacred place. And trust. Trust that you are becoming. Trust that you're being who you're going to be. You're going to get to the position you want to get to your destination. Trust the process. And until next time, keep showing up. Keep going deep. The dirt is not your end. It is the beginning. Your purpose doesn't need proof. It needs patience. This is the Unscripted Inside podcast, and I'll see you in the breakthrough. Peace.